Warm welcome to another episode of the Monday Morning Learning Podcast. Very glad to have Dr. Lalit Sanagavarapu as my guest today. Warm welcome, Lalit. Any welcome words before I start off with your formal introduction?
Oh, thank you for inviting Ravi. It's a pleasure to interact with you and be part of this podcast. So, thank you. Looking forward.
Thank you, Lalit. Dr. Lalit is a technologist with experience in leading high-performance teams in startups, research, and industry. Is skilled in engineering, technology management, pre-sales, and business development, including in-mission, critical, and large systems. He's got a Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science and Engineering. Dr. Lalit transitioned from corporate to research and returned to corporate again. His unique blend of skills garnered from both corporate and research adds deep value to the present role he took on as a Chief Product Officer at Heal. Coming to his education, he's got his PhD on domain-specific search engine from IIIT Hyderabad, postgraduate diplomas in cyber laws and intellectual property rights from the University of Hyderabad, and he's done his Bachelor of Engineering from JNTU 93-97. I think it's got close to 40 publications across, I think around 7 publications from IDRBT. And the previous organizations actually worked include Infosys, Wells Fargo, where we work together, Virtual Labs, Telangana Industrial Health Clinic Limited, IDRBT, SecRite, and latestly, it's Heal. So for the audience, there are 5 teams, no layoff teams for this podcast. The first team will actually go through the journey of Dr. Lalit from technology to research. So a couple of questions over there. And the team 2 will be on managing engineering teams vis-a-vis managing operations teams. Team 3 will be on focusing on IDRBT and the research of Dr. Lalit. Team 4 will be return to the corporate and different roles he has played. And Team 5 will be both influencers of Dr. Lalit personally and professionally. So Lalit, starting off with the first question, the theme is on technology to research and your journey. Can you share few insights into your transition, how exactly it happened from technology-focused role which you had and operations leadership role back in Wells Fargo into the research-oriented one, and what motivated this shift?
Well, thank you again for inviting, and it's a interesting journey and obviously a question. So, if I have to look at it, I was a technologist by heart, and I was definitely enjoying the work that I was doing. It happened one day that the head of Wells Fargo India said, yeah, if I can take some challenges in the operations, and that's how the journey in the operations started. I must admit it was a great learning experience, and probably if I look at it, probably one of the unique things that I had in my career of 25 years. So heart and heart technologies, trying to be an operational guy. It was not an easy journey because the expectations from the teams were different. Right. The things that you can communicate freely, what you could use words like Java or Python or a database is all new words there. So it was an interesting experience, but I must admit that it's something that's a moment of life that I thoroughly enjoyed because the expectations in the teams were also very simple. Right, they wanted good quality of work, which is across. They wanted to have a clarity of their role, which is across. And since most of them are in their early 20s, it was an interesting experience because their view of life, their expectations in terms of what is a day-to-day is much different than a seasoned technologist. All I could say is keeping things simple, stupid is what made it work. So yeah, I think that's the operational work. It's in the area of commercial mortgage. But if I look at it, technology to research, I think life was going easy. But I felt going easy, knowing what my day is with tens of mails to attend was becoming kind of monotonous. I happened to read a newspaper advertisement about some organization called IDRBT and happened to go to their library, and that impressed me. So I just went and attended an interview, and people did not think that I would live a corporate life to join a public sector, but was a journey that I can never forget. Another one which is very unique because I was interacting with the leaders of the banking community, leaders in the government, leaders in the RBI. So it was a very unique experience. So I think that brought in a technology with a research angle because that's Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. So it's not research and development, but development and research. So I could play the role of the technologist as well as the research. During the same time, interestingly, on a personal side, my wife attained her PhD from University of Hyderabad.
Right.
And faculty at IDRBT, University of Hyderabad, I think they created some passion in me in terms of, yeah, why not start education again?
Great.
Started with the cyber laws, felt that I could sit in the classroom, write exams. Yeah, I think also that pressure of being at home, not having a doctorate, added fuel to that. So yeah, I think quit the corporate life, quit research work at IDRBT and took a full-time student role at IIIT Hyderabad, trying to pursue PhD. So it was an interesting experience.
Great to hear that.